I think that when we had a meeting with the Prime Minister, I also asked him about his assessment of this transaction, because I know that it was very much in the headlines in Bulgaria. And I think at this stage, as we see it in the European Commission, this is the proposal which is handled by the two private entities, by the two companies. And I know that the Bulgarian Parliament, Bulgarian government, and I'm going to see in the afternoon also Mr. President, that they all want to make sure that there will be proper assessment and proper checks on the background of these companies to make sure that all the aspects of these transactions are properly covered. So we are, of course, observing this process because it is very much present in the public discussion in Bulgaria, but we have full trust in Bulgarian authorities that they will manage this transaction in accordance with all European rules.
Сутринта разговаряхме с премиера по текущата сделка. След това се съгласихме, че това е една сделка между две частни компании. Имам информация, че всички отговорни органи в България, както и парламента и съответните други компетентни органи, извършват необходимите оценки и проверки, но все пак да повторим, че това е една сделка между две частни компании и ние от Европейската комисия просто бихме искали да знаем, че се съблюдават абсолютно всички принципи и закони, които са включени в европейското законодателство.
To be quite honest, I cannot give you the definite answer on how this would proceed, because I know that we had big legal discussion about, for example, bilateral investment treaties and how they are compatible with the EU law, and we had also some precedent-setting cases in the European Court of Justice. So I think we would have to view this in the context of the European law and this I would say rather recent case law by the European Court of Justice, but we would need to study it more thoroughly to give you the more precise answer.
Това е един много труден въпрос, на който не мога в момента да отговоря, тъй като имаме много случаи, където има спори и дискусии относно двустранни инвестиционни сделки, но все пак Европейския съд се произнася по тях, когато има необходимата информация и вече се разглеждат в съответния контекст.
I think these are really very, very detailed questions, and I think that of course, at first we see how this transaction is being made, what would be the composition of the eventual orders, and how all this is, of course, compatible with our other rules like the third energy package and bundling and so on and so forth. So it's very difficult to answer the hypothetical questions, because you have really proceed with very detailed analysis. Is something like this happen, and it usually takes us quite some time to our DG competition, DG energy to study this in a greater detail.
В момента е трудно да се даде информация, тъй като трябва да се види най-напред как ще бъде извършена сделката, какъв ще бъде състава, дали има съответствие и спазване на третия енергиен пакет. Едва тогава би могла да се произнесе главна дирекция конкуренция или главна дирекция енергетика. Т.е. всичко трябва да бъде завършено и едва тогава да има оценка от комисия.